Welcome back, everybody, to Factorio Recursion. This is episode number 24. Thank you, autosave. Actually, now that you mention it, autosave, let's go into controls. Other great way to start the episode. Put that back up 10 minutes, which brings me to something I need to address. This is the second time I have recorded episode 24. Took a short little break from the series to play a few other games and to do other stuff, take a break, like a vacation from Factorio, but now we're back. I recorded episode 24 already, but there was a little technical error where my microphone wasn't turned on. It wasn't a computer problem. Like my power strip that is separate from all my computer stuff that powers on my microphone, my compressor and mixing board, all that kind of stuff. I didn't turn that on that day for some weird reason. It doesn't matter. So that episode of Factorio Recursion, we got to throw in the trash. I'll go over what I did that episode, and then we'll go on to new stuff. Basically, last actual episode was episode 23, and we updated our train system. So now, the way it works, for those that don't remember, we've got the oil and the water is going to come exclusively from the south, including the coal. Oil and water and coal exclusively from the south. The copper and the iron and the stone and the uranium will come only from the north. We split that in half because we have to use the high throughput pipes, which can't go underground. So we can't cross over the pipe tracks, etc., etc. That was the last episode. So what I did in the episode, the recordings where my audio did not get picked up. Well, one thing I did is I finished most of the bootstrapping in the factory building. So almost everything is set up to be made, so we can continue making more of the base and updating it for endgame stuff. The other thing I did is I conquered all of this southern part. I launched 40 to 45 or so nuclear missiles. There is still a little bit more we need to do. We need to get a new source of oil. We are out of oil, so we're not producing all the stuff that we need. And really, the ones that are nearest that are worthwhile, there's this one which has 12,000. This one is only 7,000. It's almost not really worth the time to set it up. This one over here is pretty good. 22,000. Once we get to this range, the farther away you get from the spawn point of the map, the more rich the nodes are. So it's worth it to go far away. We kind of have to go way out here, but there's still aliens in this spot because I ran out of nuclear missiles. There's one over here which is pretty nuts. 38,000%, but yeah. I'm out of nukes. What we'll probably do is wall off here as a bottleneck, and we will wall off there as a bottleneck, and I'll fill it with power lines and radar so we can see what's going on there. And probably just take one of this one, I guess is close enough once I've scrounged together a few more nukes. So everything is set up in the base. The only thing that's not set up, which we'll do in a little bit, is I do not have the gear wheel section set up, which is going to take two belts of iron plates and turn it into one belt of iron gear wheels right there. But the steel is set up. Everything is going into here. I did set up a little temporary water source coming in from the north with just an offshore pump. And that is coming into our oil area. Currently, I'm cracking the last of my stored up light oil into petroleum gas so we can make plastic and sulfur. Let me try to get up here. I still have my, I have to go kill some more aliens a bit, so I'm still wearing my super boots. Let me outrun the aliens. Okay, I made it in here. So I've got about 8 times 8, about 64,000 light oil left. That's getting cracked into petroleum gas, and just to make the most of it, because I was running low, I put in productivity modules, which slows everything down, but we get more total. So we're not producing much of that stuff. Which means, I always do that. I always try to run upwards. What that means is that we're not producing red circuits or blue circuits, which rely on the plastic. And that means we're not making nuclear missiles, which makes, it makes killing more aliens trickier. I've only got 3 at the moment. But we can pick up a whole crap load of cluster grenades, I guess. Let me just make sure that those are not on my bar so I don't accidentally blow stuff up. How am I doing on... I guess we're pretty okay on the shotgun shells. Those go up to 200. Yeah, I've got almost double that. guess we can pick up a little bit more. So all of the other stuff inside here, this little quality of life area, it's all been hooked up. Everything is being made that we would ever want to be made. Let's pick up another 200. I don't know. So the main thing I did is I hooked up this section. Did I add anything in here? No, I don't think so. This was already made from a previous episode. So this section is, we need this in higher quantities, and it also involves some fluids. We've got from the right here, this is where the lubricant is coming in, and it hits up our lubricant guys, which is the electric engine, and the belts, the express belts here, and the derivatives, the underground, and the splitter. So these guys are getting hit up by the pipes. And then up here, we've got the sulfuric acid, which is only needed for the batteries, really. Everything else that needs sulfuric acid is getting made in bulk somewhere else and brought in, like the circuits and whatnot. Although I guess the circuits, yeah, the blue circuits do use sulfuric acid, and the red circuits use petroleum gas because that turns into plastic. Yeah. And then there's the water coming in here from the north. And that is powering the explosives, which are needed for a lot of stuff, a lot of the military stuff. And then the concrete. We need a lot of concrete. Every time I use one of these factory building Mark 3s, that takes 5,000 concrete. That is a lot. And anytime I want to do any of like the Rainbow Bridge kind of stuff, that takes concrete as well. And that's all beacons just to speed it up. If I feel at any point that we need more of this stuff, and we've got the robot frames for the construction robots and logistics robots, and those guys were already down there. If I feel like we need more of this stuff at any point, we can always recursion it inside of a factory building. But for now, I think that's done. It's going to produce as much as we need. So I think I can probably just set it and forget it. Set it and forget it. And get to work on updating more stuff for the final form. Last thing we need to do to set up, have this thing finished, and then it's ready to go, and we're ready to start updating more. Last thing to do is to set up this. We need to start turning 2 of these belts of plates into 1 plate of gear wheels. So the design here should be fairly simple. With this arrangement of beacons and modules, it takes a little bit less than 3 of these assembly machines to fill a full belt. The only slightly complicated thing, I guess, is that we need 2 iron plates per operation instead of 1. So I think what we'll do is we will just run 1 belt above and 1 belt below, and then we need a spot for the output. And previously, with the old distances that blue belts can go underground, you would have to do kind of like this. This is the max length. But now with the new lengths, we can do something like this, maybe. Where, oops, that's the wrong guy. Where we can have 1 output there, 1 output there. We can have 2 inputs here, 2 inputs there. And then we can repeat that. We know from, it's basically the same ratio as our green circuits because they're made at the same speed. And it's simpler because they only have 1 ingredient. So we can just do this kind of thing where the outputs are split onto either side of a belt. And that should just about do it if we have 2 outputs for each of these guys. Actually, we could even do it like this. We could have this be the iron. So let's have this go up here and like so. And then these guys on the bottom will be the outputs. Let's rotate those. I think that might be a little bit more easier because we have to manage on what sides of the belts that these guys are getting put. So if you are going like this and like that, so now you're on the bottom side of this belt, just like we did before. Actually, I can use a little bit less space. And we know this works because we did it for the other guy. And then we can just put you at... Oh, is this going the wrong way? Yep. Okay, let's reverse that. Oh, wait. We need 1 more spot. Yeah, like that. There, and then you're connected like that. This is the second one. We will extend this down. Oops. Oops. Okay. So similar thing. These are the inputs. Taking the iron from the second belt. These guys will come up here. And these guys should probably be mixed before we send them off to their separate spots just to make sure that they're getting equally balanced. If we really wanted to be finicky about it, I suppose we could mix them again every time. I don't think it's necessary, though. Probably not necessary. Is this going the wrong way? No, it just sort of looks like it. That's now going the right way. Okay, we need, I think, that distance. So we need 3 of these. We need slightly Slightly less than 3, so 3 should do the job. What am I looking for? I'm looking for these guys. Fill that up. And then the speed modules. Fill that up. Do we need... We don't need this last guy. Okay, and then we will just fill in that. There we go. Lovely. Okay, so that's the end of that belt. And the end of this belt. And then this guy is in the middle, so we want him going 2 different ways. I wonder, did I have trouble getting this to work? Actually, it doesn't matter if I just separate them. So you need to connect up with this guy, huh? So we can do that kind of like... I wonder if we can... I guess it doesn't matter. Whatever. It's fine. I was trying to make it more complicated than it needs to be. It doesn't need to be that complicated. Just do that. Okay, so now all those are going around to this side. Sometimes it's hard to see which direction they're going until you mouse over and see the big flashy arrows. This guy can be going this way. And he can hook up with this dude. So this guy has the... Did I just drop that? This guy's got the outputs. This guy's got outputs. Half of this guy's outputs are going to the bottom side of the belt and it's spinning around, so that's going to the top. Let's see, this thing we can extend as soon as it auto-saves for us. Can't go all the way around there, so we'll just do this. Make it symmetrical. And there is our output. And, oh, let's actually back that one up so we have room for a balancer. Where's my balancer book? Yeah, this one. Looking for that guy. Well, I think we want this one. Yeah, okay, that one will work better. So this is our output there, and we need this guy to connect up like that. I think that is basically done, and we can at least test it out. Where do we want the output coming? I guess it doesn't matter too much, but it would be nice if it's coming out of the bottom. I guess if I wanted this to line up super nicely, I would move this one space further down, and that means we would have to reroute this ever so slightly, but that's just fine. No big deal. Just a little belt pick up, belt pick back down. Put it snug against there, and if I actually put it there... The output would come out straight. Oh, that's going to look nice. So it would go like that. Then we'll just have to move this guy here, which is not a big deal. Yes, much more tidy that way. Take some of the kinks out of the belts. Okay, here we go. Let's see if it works in action. Here they go. And I did bump up the power allowance for this factory, so we should have enough power. And what do we got? We have, looks like compressed belt. Hooray, congratulations. Pat myself on the back. So that means now everything has been bootstrapped, and some of it has been adapted for our full capacity base. All this stuff should be set up for full capacity base. The stuff in here is definitely not. This is the bootstrapping part where we still have to update all the oil stuff. We have to redo research and redo, well, we have to redo everything in there. Everything. But all this is done on this layer. Well, guys, for the rest of the video, I was about to do some off-camera slow-motion alien killing because I was out of nuclear missiles, and it's really slow to clear space without those. And I don't have an oil patch until we clear them, so we can't make more nuclear missiles. I needed processing units. I came in here for the module factory. I was trying to think of where might there be processing units sitting around in my base, and lo and behold, there is an embarrassment of riches, comparatively speaking, in my processing area. So many stockpiled processing units. We are about to dump all of these onto my nuclear missile factory guy. And then we are going to go to town on those alien bozos. Okay, nuclear missiles, get to work. I might have to actually go back and get some more uranium from our uranium processing area. How much does that take per missile? 30 per missile. Yes, that is not enough. Okay, let's go grab some more real quick. And I think I actually set up a little stockpile, a buffer chest for our uranium processing for just this purpose, so they would be sitting there ready when I needed to go pick it up. We can also check on how's my store of uranium ore going. Still going pretty good, and we won't need more for a long time. This area is totally full up. There we go. We can grab this stockpile. These guys can start making more, and in just a few minutes after my assembly machine has done its business, we can go murderize some more aliens. All right, it's time to exterminate some more of the local cockroach scum. I managed to craft up 70 of the atomic bombs. That seems like a pretty good number. I think my initial push, which took over this amount of space, I think I used about 40, 45, something like that. So we want to probably take over and start using this guy, 22,000 crude oil. Hopefully we discover some new bottlenecks. Mostly, we just want to motorize some of these guys. Hi, buddies. Club Bloom, don't you think it should have a little bit more of an explosion-y sound? I guess maybe you'd have to be too close to be able to really hear it. And if you're too close, you're gonna die. I did find that one good idea is to run around the infestation, so the guys that have spawned run into the blast radius. Otherwise, you end up with a lot of these leftover-y dudes. All right, just murderize them. I did try out the irradiated submachine guns. Let's get the noise gone here for a second. There's this new type of ammo, which I haven't used too much. Uranium rounds, they do make the submachine gun quite a bit better. Against single targets, it is now better than the combat shotgun. Against groups, combat shotgun is still the king. Let's see, are we gonna find a bottleneck up here? I think these guys warrant a nuclear bomb. Skadoosh! Oh, I got almost all of them. Okay, switch back to the shotgun. Kerblammies. What do we got up here? We've got, well, mostly a forest and a few aliens. Maybe I should save my nuclear bombs a little bit. Probably could have taken that out with just the shotgun like this. Well, all out of nukes again. Spent well over 100 nukes on this episode. We started with, I think my wall was here, but the aliens started about here. Cleared out a little bit here. Gonna have a bottleneck right here and right here. Cleared all of that and all of that. More than 100 nukes. Very quick, very expensive. I think we'll probably end up, thank you, autosave. We'll end up taking this guy here, which is 22,000, and this guy here, which is 10,000. Put something in the middle. Pump all the oil, and that will do until we can clear out a lot more. Further we get, the more dense they're gonna get. I did find a coastline. Don't have a good bottleneck yet, so I guess we'll have a big, long wall of turrets and walls and whatnot right there. That's gonna do it for this episode. Next time, more stuff. I guess we're gonna set up that oil expansion. We also need to set up a water expansion. Probably gonna fill in this coastline right here. Make that a big straight line and just line it up with the offshore pumps so we can pump up a lot of water really quickly into the trains, and then those can get offloaded in bulk very fast into our main base in the Factorissimo Factory Building Mark 3. But that's it for this episode. Hope you enjoyed it. See you later. Take it easy. Have a good day. Bye-bye.